Hi, 24F just found out something my boyfriend, 35M, has kept hidden for as long as we've been together. We've been dating for almost a year now, and there's always been a strange, undeniable connection between us. He has sometimes mentioned his past but always avoided certain details, and I never really pressured him into sharing. I wanted to respect his boundaries, and I felt like trusting the person he is now was enough. Then, last weekend, while cleaning up his office, I accidentally found a small wooden box hidden in one of his desk drawers. I hesitated but eventually decided to open it. The first thing that caught my eye was a photo of a woman. She had this radiant smile and bright eyes, almost exactly how he looks at me sometimes. A strange feeling began to rise inside me. When I turned the photo over, there was a little note scrawled on the back, "Because you'll always be the most important person in my life." I put the photo down, and a question immediately ran through my mind. Who is she? When he came home, I calmly asked him about the photo. He sat down, looking somewhat uneasy. After a moment of silence, he admitted she was his ex-fiancée, someone he lost in a car accident about 5 years ago. My heart sank. He went on to tell me they were engaged and about to get married, and she was the love of his life. He didn't say it outright, but I could tell she was still a big part of his heart. I started feeling deeply insecure. A question nagged at me. Am I truly the most important person to him? In the weeks that followed, our relationship began to feel strained. He tried to act like everything was normal, but I couldn't stop comparing myself to the woman in that photo. I found myself consumed with unease, unable to shake the feeling that I was merely a replacement. The thought drove me crazy. One night, I couldn't take it any longer. I told him I needed some space to think about our relationship. He tried to convince me to stay, saying I was his love now and that I was overthinking everything. He said he'd find a way to show me that I was his present and his future, but it didn't feel like enough. A few weeks after I'd left, I got a message from him. He told me he had done something he never thought he would. He had burned her picture to prove that I was the only one he cared about now. He said he wanted to erase the past to fully love me. As I read his message, a hollow feeling spread through me. I'd wanted him to love me without needing to erase his past. The photo was never the real issue. It was my own insecurities that had broken the trust between us. In the end, I realized the problem was my own. My lack of confidence and my jealousy over someone who was no longer here. I decided not to respond to his message.